Well, I think didn't they make with like ice, like
battleships
shell?
and shells and everything? And I'm like, every year that would come on, I'd be like, yeah, it's the snowball fight with the battleships and the skull and everything. Like that will never show on TV again.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Randall, here with No Market Media. Today, we're going to go over some questions and answers that we got from viewers. It's a full disclosure episode.
Woo! We've already done how many of these now? 2 or so?
Enough. Go look at the Q&A. I'll list it in, the corner up there above Matt's head. Just like I always do. Question number 1, Matt.
Okay, so question number 1 is, what are 3 movies that are not sequels of each other that you would view as a marathon?
All right. I feel like this one is more for you, given who asked it, and that they know my answer. But I will tell the viewers, everyone else, my answer. I love watching Volcano, Dante's Peak, and Lake Placid. Nothing in common other than like they're all like 90s kind of disaster, and then Lake Placid I just find entertaining. Wink wink nudge nudge might show up in April. So for me, that's 3 movies that I will like almost always watch in a row.
So for any of you people who've watched some of our other ones, you know that Randall and I don't know each other's answers. So I have my notes over here on my left, and Randall, you can look that was the first place I put. My first instinct is 3 90s disaster movies, Volcano, Dante's Peak, but my third is a little bit different. I would either go Twister or maybe Independence Day. I kind of throw Independence Day. So that was my first instinct, but my other instinct is like, I also like movies that have like the same actor in it. So maybe if we go like Jim Carrey, maybe I would do like an Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar thing too. So those were the 2 areas I was going with that one.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. See, 90s disaster movies, man. They're fantastic.
And Randall and I, we've done reviews. We haven't done Lake Placid yet, so maybe that's something that we're going to be doing now. But we do have, Volcano, Dante's Peak, and Independence Day, and Twister.
Yes.
Yep.
We've done those all. So no big surprise they show up on our list.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Randall, so what is the second question?
All right, question number 2. Who is your favorite non-human or animal companion in a movie? So, for example, R2-D2 or like Maximus from Tangled, something like that.
Okay, so I guess if I stick with Star Wars, if like R2-D2 is like thing, maybe Chewie. I really do like Chewie, and us furry folk kind of gotta stick together. So
laugh it up, fuzzball.
But I really think my first instinct, I don't know if it works or not, I like Johnny 5 or number 5. I don't know if that counts as like a companion, because I don't know, he's kind of like the main.
He's a main, thing. Yeah, he's main.
But like growing up as a kid, I guess that's what I liked, non-human is Johnny 5, even though, it's Short Circuit's basically like E.T., just a little bit different, but yeah.
It's Short Circuit. There's a remake in the please no. So I could give the comp out answer. I could give the easy answer. I just say Spock. Okay, but clearly that's not the point. The point is not to have, a humanoid character.
Right.
But he's an alien. Come on. But it's Gizmo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay.
He's a non-human, and he's so cute, and Gizmo.
Gizmo's so cute.
He's a lot of fun. Like, and I like I hate C-3PO. I don't hate him in the original trilogy so much, but like what they've done with him since then is just like completely turned me off of him. But the droids and some of the stuff in Star Wars is too easy. And I'm not as big of a Star Wars fan as Matt.
Well, I think it's interesting. When we were thinking about that, like R2-D2 is one of them. Like R2-D2 is great, but I know this character doesn't show up in movies, but I like Chopper, actually, if you talk about like the droids. I don't know. Just something about his like personality and stuff in Star Wars Rebels. I like Chopper.
I think his personality only works in animation.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to do that in live action, look at BB-8.
Yeah.
Didn't quite come across the way you wanted to. A droid with attitude.
Mm-hmm.
It was done best with R2-D2.
Yep.
But whatever. Next question, Matt.
All right. Question number 3 is, what are some of the oldest movies that we each love, or in other words, movies that were made well before we were born, that you would still watch today?
All right, so this one obviously comes from the Unapologetic Geek. If you haven't checked his channel out, absolutely make sure you do, especially if you're into classic science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
That's his thing. Now this one's easy, because I could go with any movie before I was born, right? Aliens, good. Aliens. Ghostbusters just sneaks in there. Little less than a year before I was born, Terminator, all the Star Wars, lots of the Star Trek. Okay, obviously that's not what he meant.
Probably not.
All right, but I do have a serious answer.
Okay.
And this one was easy. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is it. This is the one that I know I watch and I like and enjoy. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Nice.
Yep, that's my go-to classic science fiction adventure-y films.
Yep.
With Kirk Douglas and everything, the Walt Disney version. I just love that.
I'm not surprised by that answer too, because growing up and stuff too. Yeah, that was one. Me, I also kind of went with my childhood a little bit. Mine are kind of, I guess, more, I don't know if you want to say more mainstream or whatever. First thing that came to mind was The Wizard of Oz. Really liked Wizard of Oz, 1930s, 39 or whatever when it came out and stuff. Yep. So that was well before I was born. The other one, this is kind of a weird one. And it kind of, we did Ben-Hur. And this is kind of helps me bring up this other movie. I actually liked The 10 Commandments. And I would still watch The 10 Commandments. But, another, Charlton Heston film, Yul Brynner and stuff. I liked that movie and would probably still watch it today.
And, it's hard to say just one.
Mm-hmm.
Because Stanley Kubrick has come out with a bunch of movies before I was born, basically. Mm-hmm. And a lot of his stuff's good, although I still think 2010 is a better movie than 2001, storyline-wise. Mm-hmm. But, that's an argument for a different time. Different time and place.
Yep.
Eric's probably hitting me. Virtually hitting me.
All right, Randall, so what is number 4? What is question number 4?
Question number 4. What are a few of your favorite Christmas movies, and why is one of them A Wonderful Life?
All right, so this one's really easy for me, especially considering it is, Christmas time and stuff, so always think about the movies. My go-to are, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Mm-hmm. I like Home Alone. I actually do like A Christmas Story, and I know that's one of those movies that's played all the time, but actually, I didn't get on to that until much later. I think it was actually in my, 20s that I started watching that one. But of course, it's got to be the one that we did last year for Christmas. It's got to be Die Hard. so that is why I would say are my top, Christmas movies.
So Wonderful Life is good. Mm-hmm. Wonderful Life is fine. But I don't even put it near my top Christmas movies because I don't. It's not that I dislike the classic Christmas movies per se. It's just that I didn't really grow up watching them like a lot of other people did. Mm-hmm. I grew up and I was like, yay, we're gonna get to watch, Mickey's Christmas Carol, and we're gonna get to watch The Grinch, because now you can watch it whenever you want. Mm-hmm. But back then you could only watch it around Christmas time. But if we're sticking to movies, Die Hard, obviously. Die Hard 2 is a extremely underrated sequel / Christmas movie. Because how could the same thing happen to the same guy twice? Twice.
They had to make a sequel.
But I'm just gonna the one that makes me feel nostalgic, the one that really gets me going, even if it's not necessarily great, is the Santa Claus.
Okay.
I watched the Santa Claus all the time growing up. I was just in the right age for it, and I have all these really nostalgic feelings for it. So every time I watch it, it's like it makes me kind of feel like a kid again, and I like that feeling.
Yeah.
Basically.
I do like the two, and kind of as you were talking about on like the shorts or kind of like the Grinch stuff. I really liked some of the Mickey ones too. Specifically, I like the ones with the chipmunks, Chip and Dale or whatever.
Yes.
I absolutely
Chip and Dale.
loved those, Christmas shorts where they're in like the Christmas tree and different stuff, and Pluto's trying to get at them.
Turning the lights on.
Yep, absolutely love that short. But to go with the other part, like It's a Wonderful Life, I think it's a movie that is like a Christmas Story. Every year it's on,
Yep.
and it's been parodied so many times for many different things. I mean, talk about cartoons. I don't know if it was like Tiny Toons or Animaniacs. They've parodied it as well. I mean, that's part of that show is parodying stuff too.
Show.
But generally, I think, It's a Wonderful Life. I think people like the idea of a feel-good story that's kind of like, be thankful for what you have kind of thing.
Yeah.
And show that, no matter, everything that you do has an impact. So it's kind of like a feel-good kind of story, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I'm going to go back to the Disney thing. Real quick. The short that I loved watching, like as a short, is the one where Donald and the nephews get into the snowball fight.
Yes!
And it escalates ridiculously out of control. And I'm like, they will never show that on TV again.
Well, I think, didn't they make with like ice, like
battleships
shells?
and shells and everything? And I'm like, every year that would come on, I'd be like, yeah, it's the snowball fight with the battleships and the skull and everything. Like, that will never show on TV again.
That was awesome because the skull, spoiler, like melting and everything or whatever at the end. That was so good. I really did like that one. So yes, along with those, like the Chip and Dale one and Donald and the nephews.
Yes.
Great. Absolutely loved it.
All right, I have one bonus question that Matt has no idea about.
Ooh, okay.
So
prep time.
He's got no prep time. He doesn't know. He's got to think about it off the top of his head.
Okay.
All right, Matt. Right now. This instant. What movie do you want to watch?
Ooh.
If you had to choose right now, movie to watch, what do you want to watch?
Is it already out or something that hasn't come out yet?
Doesn't matter.
All right, well, Spider-Man is coming out this week as time of recording, so I think Spider-Man is the one I'm most geared up for, especially since I watched almost like a trailer that wasn't like, it was like a mashup of, what trailers have come out and like the old Spider-Man movies that already come out. So I think Spider-Man is really the movie that I want to see right now.
Right now, huh? We'll see. That's all I got.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know of any other questions on the top of my head or whatever. That was our curveball.
That's the curveball. I mean, if there's a movie that I want to see right now, honestly, it's been a long time since I've, with the kid, I don't always get to watch some of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since I've been able to just sit down and watch Wrath of Khan.
There you go.
Since we did the review like a year and a half ago, I'm just like, you know what? I want to watch Wrath of Khan.
And we've talked about this before. Movies that we would watch at like any time. To me, I think it's still Fury Road, Mad Max. Like I can watch that movie right now and be perfectly content. Ghostbusters is up there too.
Ghostbusters is way up there, but come on, Star Trek. That's always gonna be a special spot in my heart.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch that.
Especially Wrath of Khan. That's
That's
a good one or whatever. Randall and I, we love doing these Q&As. I'm sure we're going to be doing more in the future. So if you have questions that you would like to see us answer, just let us know in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out some of our other videos. We have movie reviews, flashback movie reviews, TV shows, and we have deeper dive discussions.
Make sure to go check us out over on Facebook if you haven't already. We post the day on Facebook before what's going to be coming up next on YouTube. But if you don't want to bother with Facebook, just put us on your schedules. New videos coming out every Monday and Thursday.
See you guys next time.
I'll see everyone next time.
Next time on No Market Media. Please consider checking out some of our other videos.